Hi everybody, Angie here. How we doing today? I'm doing good. Coming on to continue the process on my file folder, journal, laptop, lap book combo. We last left off on this panel right here. It may look a little bit different because I did play with some papers and ironed out some ideas that I had. And I made a couple changes as to what we were going to do. Okay, we had finished up this page right here, this flap right here. It's a flap with a side tuck here. And then this one, I said I wanted to do like a tablet page with a header. And if you remember this piece, I was going to put this across the top and secure it down with like either a couple eyelets or brads or something like that. But then the more I got to thinking about this flap, I really like that. And I think it just really adds something to the project. So I thought, why not incorporate it on here as a fold, as a holder to secure the pages down. Okay. I had cut my pages to size and I said I would coffee dye them. So I went ahead and did that. Coffee dyed all 12 pages. Okay. So those look really nice and kind of got them as straight as I can. I didn't press them as like I usually do, but I think they're pretty good. Not bad for 12 pages. So that will go in there. And what I was thinking, I went ahead and did one flap, and I thought we would do the other flap together so you would see how I did it. All I did was I took a piece of the cardboard, the cereal box cardboard that I had, or I don't know if it's cereal box or whatever, but it's just a lightweight cardboard. I used my die cut, and I have a die cut shaped like that. I went ahead and cut that, gave it a little bit of extra so I can have a flap for a fold down to secure it to my panel. Okay, I covered it both sides. And I did directional, so I did this one. It doesn't really matter. And I love that yellow. That's what really caught my eyes, that yellow. Just gives that page a little bit of a pop. Then when you flip it up, the writing is in directional position there. Okay, and then I just secured it down. Okay, now my idea is to take these 12 pieces, and those will just sit right in here like this. And I did a second one. Like I said, we'll do that one together. I went ahead and covered the top side to match this page. This is from the same paper. And then I just used this page to so the undersides would match as well. Okay, and then what this will do is this will actually sit and flip up and sit like that. Isn't that nice? I thought it was. Thought it was a nice little touch. So let's do that. Like I said, I went ahead and covered both. So all I need to do on this side, you can use a scissor. I just used my finger blade. And I just trimmed the paper all around. Throw a little ink on that baby. And put a little on the fold there as well. Okay, so all we have to do before I secure this down is get my papers nice and snug and straight. Let me crease this piece here really good first and set that fold. Okay, then grab my pages. Tuck that in there, and they're not going to be secured down. They're just going to sit in there. So that's why I want it really snug, but I don't want it too tight to where it's going to you know, crinkle and bunch up the pages, but I want it snug enough to where it's going to hold these pages in place. Kind of like, let's see. Okay, line that up. And it's going to sit just like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, and I think I got it right where I want it. So rather than move the pages and all that, I'm just going to clip it all down together. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. And then I'm just going to put glue on this section here. And when I covered it, as you can see, my paper didn't go all the way to the edge, which is fine because this is just a flap that's getting glued down, so that won't even show anyway. And I'm going to put a good amount of glue because this is a really thick piece with the cardboard as well as the 2 layers of collage paper. So I definitely don't want it going anywhere, so make sure we put enough on there. Okay, and then I am going to just put that baby down just like that. Okay, and actually I can lift this up for a moment, I think, and remove the pages now, and then reclip it. And while that glue is trying to set a bit, I was thinking what we could do is make this more like a little stationery, and put some stamps like in the little corner to make it look like a little stationery paper. I thought that would be a little cute touch. I brought in my word stamps here. One says grateful, always, joy, and wish. And let's just do joy. I like that one. And at first I thought we'd just mix and match them, but I think I'll just do them all the same. Keep it quick and easy. I think I'll put the word up in the left. And I may have to come back and iron these papers a little bit. They are a little crinkly. I mean, I like that, but it will also help them to sit in their space a little more neatly, but it's not bad. Ooh, I love that one. Okay, and then I brought in this one. And I thought maybe we'd use these two and put something in the lower right-hand corner. Grab a piece of paper for the back. And we don't need the whole thing. I mean, you see how big these, I mean, we could, but I think I'm just going to kind of offset them. Just kind of, didn't close up my glue here. Kind of angle that one just a bit. Something like that. Just something quick, something fun, some interest. Once those dry, very good. Okay. So guys, can you believe it's already the 17th? I'm just, I don't know what to say. It seems I just blinked and it was just the 1st of December. I don't know. I guess it was just everything everybody's got going on and busy days, and one day just seems to blend into the next. I'll tell you. I'm already trying to plan my Christmas dinner and, you know, that type of thing. And before you know it, it'll be New Year's. And we'll be ringing in 2022. Jeez. Time flies. Okay. Like that. Move that out of the way. All right, let's bring this back in. Let's check on this, see how the glue is sitting. Looks pretty good. Okay, I think it's dry enough where we can take the clamps off and bring our pages back in. It's just like a little stationery. Just like that. Now, to keep these flaps down, I was going between these little Tim Holtz brads, but then when finding these, I knew I had some of these. I found these two, or these three. And I love those because it's got some yellow from the yellowish orange kind of, so to speak, from these flaps here, this paper I used here. So I think I'm going to use these two. I think that would look really nice. Okay, and then to do that, I cut some small circles out of the paper that we haven't used in a while. I had a little piece left from way back over here on panel 2. Okay, so I wanted to incorporate a little bit, touch of that in. Let's move this out of the way again. And we just need to glue a couple of them together. Oops. Glue a couple of these together for stability. Then we're going to cut a hole and then poke a hole in the middle. And put the brads over the top and bring in some string for a tie. So that's about 3 thicknesses, if you can see that. think that's good, nice and sturdy. Just ink around those edges. Okay, there's one. And let's go ahead and put this last piece on here. Then I'm going to bring in my Crop-A-Dile, my Big Bite. If I can find it, I think it's right down here. Maybe it isn't. I need to get some string also. 1 second, please, guys. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, there's my string. And as big as my Big Bite is, I don't know where it is. Oh, here it is. Hiding behind my, there we go. Excuse my head. Hiding behind my papers here in the corner. Okay. So, let's slide this over for a moment. And bring these back in. Now I just want to do a small hole right in the center. So I'm going to use the small hole punch, and I'm just eyeballing it, nothing. I guess I can get them both in the same place. I can use the first one as a template. There we go. So we've got a couple holes in there. And then put this down. And I may have to, let's see. Yeah, see how the prongs stick out a little bit from my circle? I don't want that to show, so I'm going to get up for a quick second and grab my tools, and we're just going to clip that off. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay, and see what we got here. Get these heavyweight ones, and I'm going to just try to cut off. There we go. Okay, that's better, just like that. So do the other one the same way. Just take off a little piece. All right. Oh, I need to cut off a little bit more on that one. There we go. Okay, giving that a good press. Okay, get this out of the way, put that on the floor. Okay. Now, I didn't want the prongs to show through on this side, so that's why I did it that way. And I'm just going to glue this down right there, and glue that one down right there. And we're going to bring in a piece of string, crocheted string. Make a loop. It's too long, let's cut that off. Okay, now before we glue it down, loosen it up just a tad for a second so I can get the string underneath the brad. And we're going to just loop it right around. Well, that didn't work well, did it? Thought I did a slip knot, but I guess I just did a knot, so I got to do that again. Let's do a slip knot. Just my nails. There we go. Okay, now let's slip that around and pull it up. Tuck that knot underneath the brad. Pull it snug. Put that off. Okay, there we go. So this one's ready. Now do I want to wrap it? Yeah, we'll do it that way. And we're just going to secure this piece down. Just like that. Let's see if I can get a clamp on here. While we do the other one. And I want the brad snug, but I don't want it too snug to where I'm not going to be able to slide the twine underneath. So let me just make sure it's got a little bit of give there. Okay, I think that's good. And we're going to put the other one down. And clamp that one. Give that a minute. Okay, well that's trying to dry. Let's talk about the next panel. Okay, I put some paper down here, but I do want the tab to match this one. So that works out well with me changing the header piece, because I have this piece here left over. And it's my last piece that I have. So that works out really well. So I'm just going to line this up with the edge here. Well, let's do it this way because then I'll cover it. You won't see my pencil or pen marks. Okay, I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to grab my pen here. We're going to cut that piece out and put it down. I'm going to cut right on. And this will reinforce those tabs, make them nice and sturdy. You know, those are the pieces that you use that are handled a lot. Flap it open and closed. So that will reinforce that piece there very well. And that fits. And we'll get some ink down. Again, putting down a good amount of glue. Pull this a little closer to me so I can line it up. Bring in a little more ink. Okay, there we go. Then I'm thinking if I want to bring in a word or something, notes, journal, whatever, to those tabs. I think that's secure. We can take those off. All right, let's bring our stationery paper, so to speak, back in. Slide this over. Tuck it right in. And then around we go. And the first couple times it'll be snug, but it will loosen up. Go around a couple times and see what the length of my twine I want it to be. Like I said, the first couple times, you know how it is. It's going to be a little snug. Okay, I think that's good. We can cut it right about there. Isn't that cute? Yeah, I think I will bring, I'll press these pages down a little bit more so they're not so bulky. Okay, guys, look at that. Let's do a little run through. We've got the inside, all flaps done. Okay, and this is just for my reinforced spine when I put the signature in. So let's close this up and let's take a look at this. So here we've got our project right here, okay? That's the front. Open. We've got ourselves a pocket. Got ourselves a flap there. Pocket here. I think for now we'll leave this plain until I decide, get some ideas of what I might want to put there, but that's a nice little image there. Okay, so then you open this out. We've got a flap there with a side tuck there. We've got our stationery papers, 12 sheets of coffee dyed stationery right there. Okay, so it sits like this. I think I want to bring in, when I look at it, the ink is darker on that one than this one, so I'm just going to bring in a little bit more ink to balance those two out. Yes, okay. Okay, so then you flip it over. Now we're on panel 8 and 9. And if you remember, I did the magnets, so that would help keep that one closed. So it's not just flapping open like that. It'll actually stay closed, okay? And I have these, if you remember these from the beginning. I wanted to incorporate a couple envelopes in the project. Now this, I got it in the mail yesterday. Took me a couple days to get some junk mail, but it's larger than the project. So it's going to either have to be cut down or folded to fit in the lap book. Now this one, I thought we would attach these to this panel here, and we'd have some extra pockets. And I did some, you know, there's my T for top and bottom, and I cut a little slit here So I'd have a top pocket here, and then when we secure that down, we'll have a pocket here with a closure. And then I wanted to incorporate an envelope in there with it. But I just didn't know exactly how. And I do want that window, so the way I decorate it, so we'll have a nice little image peeking out through there. But my question is just how I want to, because we've got already a pocket and a pocket. I gotta think this through for a minute, guys. So that'll be a pretty image there. And if we join it at the flap there, I could seal this up once we decorate, just have it for a pretty page. Cut it there. Have a top pocket on this side, side pocket, top pocket, or no, we can't do that, can we? Do it this way. Let's see. Have a pocket, small pocket here. I kind of want that window to be on this side though. But I guess it's going to have to go on this side. We can do it like that. Then I won't have to cut the envelope down. I can just fold it up about right there. Well, that's fine, I guess. And make another pocket here. Okay, well that's what we're going to do, guys. On the next video, we're going to stop there. Oh, I want this on the inside to be an additional pocket. Okay, so that's going to go there. So we got to work on collaging these and covering these two envelopes next, and then we're going to put our panels down and sew that in, and then I think we'll be ready to move on to the next ones. Yeah. All right, so I'll figure out what papers I want to use, and we'll start collaging on these the next video, okay? Thank you so very much for your time, guys. I hope you like the project so far. It's coming along really nicely. Okay? And I will see you soon. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.